Welcome, everybody.
No, God.
I'm Queen James.
And I'm Millie Monroe.
Oh!
And you're a bitch.
No microphone?
No microphone.
Because no fucks.
No fucks given. We're talking loud.
Oh, we're projecting.
We're projecting.
And that's great, because you know why?
Why?
It's Bash America Week.
It's Bash America Week.
It's Bash America Week.
Listen, it's almost the anniversary. A big one.
A big one. The big 250.
The big 250. And guess what?
Who cares? Who cares?
Don't care.
What was this?
It was from Bring It On, where she has the fake tattoo and she goes, love that move.
You know, it would be great if it said mom, so it's like, fuck your mother.
Fuck your mother.
Fuck
mother's
your mother.
fat.
Speaking of your mother's fat ass,
know.
England really, I'm going to pretend.
You're
that
going to
they're
pretend we're on it.
Yeah, England really set out to create one of the worst problems ever.
What happened?
Well, think of every single country they colonized. And where are they today?
Where are they today?
Where are they today?
In bad
Tell me
shape.
one good one.
Well, I mean, they're doing well in spite of England, is what I would argue.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Like, Barbados has a really good prime minister, right?
That's true.
But, they had to break off from that shit hard.
Why do you think Americans want to associate with the Pilgrims so badly?
Because we're so deep in that narrative at this point that we have to maintain, or some people feel they have to maintain it to, like, maintain control, I think. Like, I don't think anybody I mean, do you relate with the Pilgrims? Do you have, like, did you ever feel like that was part of your origin story?
Okay, actually, it did kind of feel like we were all pilgrims.
Okay, see, I don't think I ever bought into that.
You never
Tell me
bought into
more.
that?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I always was
Tell me.
like, okay, it was about the hats and
Yeah,
the collars.
You got in with the clothes.
And I was like, I could see myself doing this.
Yeah.
I could see myself doing this.
Yeah.
Now, the starvation, the disease, the hypocrisy of the entire thing. Listen,
Yeah.
go suck a horse.
Go suck a horse. It did get out of control. And I mean, I guess we all get very curious at these moments of like,
well, it's so like biblical at this point, right?
Right.
It's like,
I'm like
these 20 people
I know.
came to Plymouth Rock
and
said,
apart.
America.
Right.
I am America, America,
Yeah, it's
America.
just too good, right?
Well, I'm sorry. Let's say you were traveling.
Okay.
You crossed a river.
Yeah.
And it took you a couple days to cross that river.
Right.
And you got to a beach.
Yeah.
Do you own that beach?
Good question. But that's
we
how
can
they
pretend.
felt. Yeah.
Oh, I can pretend I own this
Well,
beach.
and then yeah, I can kill all the people that do live here and pretend that they never did. Like it's wild boots for sure, and we know this. So I do think it's like we can, especially now where they're leaning in so hard to that old narrative and
Yeah.
the good old founding fathers and the bootstraps and all that shit. Like we have spent.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're any kind of progressive, at least the last 5 or 6 years since COVID, like re-examining all of that
Yes.
on like a big national level. Like we forget all of that happened in 2020 somehow.
Right.
So no, I don't think anybody's buying it anymore. I'm shitting in the reflecting pool, girl. We can't even reflect. We can't reflect.
Let's talk about this. I think so far, in the 250 years that America has been birthed out of that violent vagina,
Yeah.
I think painting the reflecting pool bottom American flag blue might be the goddamn funniest thing anybody has ever fucking done.
It's definitely one of the stupidest. Because I just keep seeing videos of all of these scientists being like, anybody could have told you that algae was going to happen. It changed the, like, darkness in there,
Yeah.
all of that.
You think the sun doesn't like dark things?
Yeah.
And it's just gonna cause the algae to blossom
Well,
and
it's
bloom.
also there's such a like whiteness thing, like people who own pools being like,
paint it blue.
I want it to reflect exactly like I don't want to think about the science. I just want this color.
The painting it blue does not cause a reflection.
Right.
You know what causes the reflection? Water.
And like how much money have we spent on it at this point?
Oh,
like
millions.
Tens of millions
It's
of dollars.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, boy, is bonkers.
Well, came in and people like, my relatives.
Did you see him arrest that old lady who was picking at the thing?
Yes. And now there's a fence around it.
Just like WashU.
During the anniversary.
Listen.
Because they couldn't get it under control
Prison.
in time.
We live in prison.
It's bad, girls.
It's prison. America 250 is prison 250.
All of those people who did vote for the economy to be better, I don't know. You have to know now.
Who voted for that?
Girl, people I know.
Name names.
I mean, my family. I was trying to be cool, but...
Listen. America. I was thinking about this.
We got a problem.
We're not really celebrating the Pilgrims, right? We're celebrating the men writing the Declaration of Independence.
Yes, no. Because
I wanted to start
that date was that was like 100 years before that. Well, we're talking 76.
But I wonder how that kind of crazy religious fanaticism still held on. Because when we think of the Founding Fathers,
right.
I feel like most of them at least were more of the Freemasonry, the free thinkers, sort of
some
like...
of the like deist things. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, where did we... I mean... Also, they were doing other stuff too.
Well, that's the thing. Do a little bit of research, and it's like the idea, we love heroes in America, especially.
Okay, yes.
Faultless, sinless, people who got orders from on high from God.
Trump.
And blessed this country with them.
Trump.
All of those people were humans, including the people who wrote the Bible. Sorry. And so,
people wrote the Bible?
People wrote the Bible. Did you know this?
Who did I think wrote the Bible?
Who did you think wrote the Bible?
I guess Jesus.
Didn't actually write anything.
He's just like, here's the stories, write them down.
And some versions are called red letter editions.
I have seen those.
Because they have quotes in there from Jesus. So anything in red letters is supposed to be his actual words, but it's all secondhand.
They did not have iPhones to write down their quotes. They didn't chisel in the freaking rock. Oh yeah, I think he said, God hates facts.
Exactly.
It's like written in stone.
So clock that, first of all. Write that down. And second of all, these men might have written down in some places, like publicly, that they loved freedom, and then they enslaved people.
Right.
And then also they can write all day long about God and whatever, but they had enough power to control a brand new country, and they fucking felt that. And they did. And those white men were fucking power drunk. All of them. I don't care how good George Washington was and whatever, fought the wars, blah, blah, blah.
Was he good?
Power
I didn't
drunk.
know him. He had wooden teeth. Could have been that good. He couldn't even brush his teeth.
Well, and girl, that thing about wooden teeth that we all believed, most of the people that had, teeth fillers, enslaved people's teeth. They were putting...
Oh, yes, I did know that.
Yeah.
And we kept doing it. Listen, we're going through America's history.
Yes, because
kept doing it.
We're telling you also why we think it sucks, because from the beginning they've been lies. And heinous,
class system,
violent,
very, very
lies.
single.
Yes.
Okay, who were these pilgrims? They weren't poor pilgrims that were sailing the ocean blue.
Girl, if you could make it on a boat, maybe if you jumped on there somehow. But no,
they brought their own indentured servants. Girl,
Correct.
I just don't understand. They're like, okay, do you remember this in school?
No.
Okay, I remember this in school.
I don't know what you're going to say, but no.
It was like history. And in the same paragraph, it was defining slave and indentured servant.
Correct, separate.
And I was like, first off, why are you making a distinguish between these things as if one is better than the other?
Because for hundreds of years in this country, before we were even a stamped country in 1776, we were doing all of that.
Correct.
And so the people had to be well, wait a minute, these are humans. And then they're like, no, there's this other category that we've created. Well, don't those people deserve to vote? Well, no, only 3/8 of that person deserves to vote.
Okay. We keep going.
Yeah.
Into the West we go.
Right.
We purchased
Oh,
Louisiana.
we jumped ahead. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did. I'm skipping.
That's okay.
I'm
That's good.
skipping. There's nothing else that goes on. They signed the Declaration of Independence. Ben Franklin got electrocuted by
There was a
lightning.
Civil War.
and- No.
Oh, is this before that?
The Louisiana Purchase was before.
It was before the Civil
Yeah,
War.
we
You're
ain't
right.
got there yet.
No, you're right.
No.
That's 1860s.
Yeah. Listen, American History 101.
It's true. I need to do a little refresh.
This is great. This is the refresh.
Refresh. I'm ready.
America, you flopped.
You flopped.
And I
Right.
think, okay, so they bought that Louisiana Purchase, right, from the French.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were like, we have all of this land. Like, they calculated how much land they actually
Well, let's
had.
also talk about
Oh.
how we never really, like, don't even really know who's living there. I don't know, but that's the thing. We didn't really study all of those eras. Like, we jumped from big event to big event. The highlights and the good ones, where it's like, oh, wait, France was also here and owned, like, the majority of the land for a long time. Like, anyway.
Yes. Yeah. Because especially in Missouri,
Mhm.
because with the French and Indian Wars, there's a lot of history that I don't understand about that.
Yeah.
The French settled a lot of Missouri before the British actually
Yes.
settled, so it's all very interesting. But they were also coming up from the South. I don't know. Louisiana Purchase.
Yeah.
We bought that.
Right.
We built the arch,
Bought
and
it.
we sent people through it and said, go make a life out of yourself. Because you know why?
Crazy.
There's gold in their hills.
Right.
But they were really like, we just need to spread the whiteness.
Out.
Just
Totally.
go.
Well,
Just go.
and not only that, but, like, yeah, what's on the other side of that? Like, forcing out Native Americans.
Correct. It's
And,
like,
like, forcing land out further and further west
Sending
until they
brooms.
don't have anything.
they were sending brooms.
Yeah.
And then we killed all the buffalo. And then the Civil War happened.
And the Civil War happened.
And I don't even... Okay, pop quiz.
Uh-oh.
The North and South.
Yeah.
Which one's which?
As in, like, what do you mean? Which one's the Union?
Mhm.
The North is the Union,
you
and the
sure?
South was trying to secede because they wanted to be a confederacy.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I never could get that right.
No.
No, I was like, I don't know. They're North and South. Why are you calling them anything else? They're stupid and stupider.
I mean, that's a good distinction that I didn't learn until much later in my schooling, which was that, like, to people of color, to enslaved people during those times, like, the distinction wasn't huge.
Right.
Because, like, you could go into the North and be free, but, like, there was a host of other bullshit that you're going to deal with from the other white people up there anyway.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
just a little, I mean, it was just better than...
And then, not even do we gloss over slavery. We say, listen, us white people, we made the Underground Railroad.
You think that was a narrative?
Yes!
I don't think I ever caught that. I
Oh,
always thought it was
Because it was
enslaved
white
people.
savior.
Oh, I never thought it was us.
Oh, no.
There were like a few people who
It
may have
was always
contributed.
white people coming to
Really?
the door and being like, yeah, walk through my walls. I don't know. It was just so...
I guess there were,
Icky.
yeah. Did you ever read The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead?
No.
It's a historical fiction,
Yes.
and he makes it where it's a literal Underground Railroad. It's an excellent book.
His Zone 1 novel,
Mm.
zombie novel,
Oh, okay.
also the main character is gay.
Okay.
It's good.
He's a very...
Oh my god. He also wrote, is it Sag Harbor? I don't know. I've only read Zone 1. Anyways, check out Coulson. He doesn't come until later.
In this story, that's true. No, none of us do, really.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Civil War happened.
Right.
Well, it's still happening. It's like the Iraq War.
Well, this is also, I was about to jump in. I'm like, I know more about the 20th century because I just watched a documentary about the Cold War.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they were pretty comprehensive, as in, like, you cannot talk about a section in any point in history, really,
Mhm.
without the context of the before and after.
Sure.
And they really did it with that because the link that it shows, not only to the First World War, but it's just like, we've never, as a country, the United States of America, never not really been at war. Like, ever.
Mm.
And in some kind of small way or in some clandestine way with another country, like,
Yeah.
after World War I, it's never stopped. So I don't know about the time in between the Civil War and then,
Interesting.
but like,
Well, it's the Reconstruction era.
and
right?
there were wars in there, right? When did the Spanish, or no, sorry, when did the,
I don't remember learning about any wars. Lincoln died and no wars existed.
we did hit presidents like that. It was true. It was more about like what was going on politically here.
Yeah, weird.
But yeah, I mean, I don't want to skip too far ahead, but like, yeah, since World War One, and especially since World War II, because we were actually allies with, at the beginning of, or towards the end of World War II, allies with Russia, and then
Mm.
all of that flipped
In World War One?
in World War II.
Didn't know that.
that's how we ended it, because like we were allies, they were part of that, but then I can't remember the exact events, but bullshit happened basically where Russia was like, no, we're gonna actually do our own little like takeover and also like kill millions of people over here.
And that's when we stepped in.
Well, and that's the East-West Germany thing, the East-West Berlin thing, the wall. That's what, anyway, but we have been in like a lock because of nukes with Russia.
Did you watch that movie?
Which one?
Bonhoeffer? Oppenheimer?
Yes.
Was it good?
No, shit movie. I'll get there. But yeah, this luck where it's like, because we stopped, and the Cold War means, right, like no firing. Like
that's why
no
it's a Cold War.
Right. But they said there was still fighting and clandestine like killing and all of that happening on literally every continent and like all over the world over the span of the Cold War up until the present. So it all, and like the CIA didn't exist until after World War II. So all of that shit just got moved into clandestine. And we sometimes still fight big ones with guns like Iraq and Iran, Afghanistan.
That's very interesting.
The Gulf, yeah. But like we're so fucking weird about that, obviously, and we try to do that thing with Iran with nukes, because like we can't, like no one can start that conflict. It is mutually assured destruction, no matter what. That's the thing. There's like so many scenarios too. We're getting into nuclear war now.
We've skipped 100 years
ahead into kind of our present dilemma. And I mean, like, that's also why the thing with Ukraine happened, because Russia's still trying to make land grabs, which in this day and age is wild, but it's essentially kind of provoking this, like, how willing and likely are we to use nukes? Or North Korea? Or Russia? Or Iran? We don't want them to get enough materials to, like, do any of that. Because if somebody tries to strike just one city, all of the contingencies for most of the major world leaders are like, send them all out. Because you have to think a moment ahead and be like, if they're trying to destroy one, we have to make sure that they are completely destroyed before they send another.
That's a Bond movie, right?
So you're just sending nukes all over the world at that point.
Who hits first? Who cares?
At that point, it's too late.
This pink in your
Oh,
eye.
thank you.
You're welcome. I've just been staring at it the whole time, and I wanted to tell you.
House of Dynamite is it's a new movie by Catherine Bigelow on Netflix. And it basically just chronicles like an ICB, which is an intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM. Shows up on their map.
That's a bank, girl.
ICBM. The ATM machine.
I'm going to the ICMB.
ICBM.
I'm going to the ICBM to get to get my bong on. I meant bomb.
But
I said bomb.
Listen, the world is ending. Let's go. But it basically just plays through the scenario. Like the White House control room sees it first, or whoever, like the people in the scanners at the Air Force Base, they contact them, they're contacting the president. And like it just shows in real time. And by the end of it, it's like, okay, Mr. President, you have so many options. And the guy, he's like, I'm sorry, and this is like really awful, but he's like, I refer to them as rare, medium well, or well. And it's basically like how much you're going to wipe out the planet. And
this is the bunker that's going underneath
the
like,
East Wing. No, they're like flying right now. The president is flying because he's not at the White House. They're getting him airborne.
So they're better in the air.
There's all kinds of plans. They've got bunkers for some people. Okay. They're like moving all of this personnel into the mountains of Missouri, of course. And then
the cheese caves.
The cheese caves. And I think the president is likely on his way there. But I do believe there are contingencies as well for Air Force One to stay airborne for like.
I wonder how you mitigate the sort of like explosion in the air. Does it reach that far?
It breaks through the atmosphere, absolutely.
Well, then what are they doing up there?
I mean, they're not flying near those. Well, I mean, it's only a matter of time before it's the nuclear. I mean, like, they have to land and they have to die somewhere. That's the thing. Yes. So, like, there's not a scenario where we use them. It's crazy that we got 1 off, 2 off in Japan, which we don't reckon with either, by the way. That we are the only country on the planet in the history of this planet
who has
dropped bombs on other countries. So let's celebrate that, I guess.
You know, Mariah's parents, they married at Pearl Harbor.
Did they really?
Well, not at Pearl Harbor. They were married on the same date as Pearl Harbor. Was that November
December 7th? Yeah.
Yeah. November 7th?
December.
December 7th.
Yeah.
Anyways. Her father was
To
always
share
like,
their
if
anniversary.
I never remember, it's going to be Pearl Harbor all over again.
That's funny. It's an okay movie with
Did you have parents
Ben Affleck.
or grandparents or great
In the war and
grandparents
stuff?
in the wars?
Yeah, actually, speaking of Pearl Harbor, this is a fun little fact.
Me too.
I
was there
was
with Jake Gyllenhaal.
He wasn't in that movie.
Who was in that movie?
Ben Affleck and Josh Hartnett.
I was with Josh Hartnett.
He was like, I mean, Josh Hartnett is still so hot, but he was so hot then too. My granddad, my
Yes.
great granddad,
Yes.
so my grandma's father, was in the Doolittle raid.
Ooh.
So Pearl Harbor happens.
Yes.
They immediately start like an undercover mission to bomb Japan back.
Sure. Yes.
And he was a part of that mission.
That's crazy.
And so he flew, they were B-25s off of aircraft carriers,
Yes.
which they hadn't done before. All of this is in the movie, by the way. There's like a Jimmy Doolittle in there. That's the man who did it. My grandpa or great-granddad flew the second plane, the one right behind him, who in the movie I think is Ben Affleck.
What?
They invited him to the premiere in Hawaii, but he was too old to attend.
So you're American royalty?
Girl, it was a little bad.
Wait. You have the bomb codes?
You have a football?
Wait.
You know they call it the football, right?
That's crazy.
And there is a Marine with a case following the president everywhere with it.
With the football?
With the football.
My grandfather also did the airplanes to Japan.
Did he
But
win?
I don't know the entire thing.
Interesting.
But it was after
Are we
Pearl Harbor.
related?
But was his picture in the mall and that
Yes.
sad
That sad hallway to the bathroom with the fluorescent lighting to honor our veterans? Yes, he was in there.
Listen, America does one thing right. Hates old people.
Hates old people
but
and
wants
veterans.
to honor them.
Well, listen, literally everyone in the country in a war
And
who's
use
18
all the
or older,
aluminum.
but fuck them over whenever they're done serving and have fucking PTSD out the wazoo. Happy 250.
We won.
What do you mean we won?
I don't know, didn't we win?
The World Wars?
We're winning.
Right. I mean, the thing is, we're just so powerful and we have so much firepower and we've bullied people for so long.
Well, we invited the Nazis to come over after
That
the Second
people-
World War and said, come and work for us.
We did poach a lot of scientists. You're right. And now it is very like, I don't know how much to believe of this. I do believe there's a amount of truth to the like, if we stopped spending all that we do on defense and stuff like that,
Yes.
like people do want to come after America or the United States.
I think so.
I do think so. I don't think that we should be spending this much, and I think there's a lot of diplomatic things we should be doing in the meantime to
Yeah.
smooth
Sure.
those relations.
Yeah.
But now we're back to being really, really hated. But then it cycles back where we're like, well, we got to protect ourselves, and we spend billions and billions.
It's just fake money, though. It's all fake.
It is. They just asked for 80 million or
Fake.
80 billion more dollars on top of the defense budget that already got passed for this brand new war.
And they're taking our pennies away.
We are just pricing. It's inevitability. We're pricing ourselves into oblivion.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
5 people are going to own the world, and then we're going to find the aliens, and we're going to bring them back.
It's going to be like Alien Earth. It's
It is.
so accurate.
And I hate that.
I know, but it's always been money. It's always been money.
Fake money. There's only so much gold.
Girl, and we just...
And what does it mean? What does gold mean? Shouldn't oxygen be more than gold?
Well, yeah, what we value is very silly.
It's silly.
Because clearly we value it, over oxygen, over clean water, over humanity, over ethics. I don't mean that to say.
Ethics.
Yeah.
Oh, America's really flopping.
Yeah. We totally skipped over the Vietnam War.
Because you don't learn about it in school.
We don't learn enough about it. You're absolutely right.
And you know what? That's all I know about it.
Do you know where I really started?
Where?
At least America does have decent, like, film and television culture. There's some censorship there, but, like, I watched, what is it called? The Francis Ford Coppola movie, Apocalypse Now.
Oh, yes.
That was sort of my entry into learning more about the Vietnam War.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just Heart of Darkness, right?
Yes.
Made and set in Vietnam.
Those are literally my only sort of references.
It's that clear, though.
Yeah.
Like, we really went over for no goddamn reason, expected the locals there not to be able to put up a fight, and they fucking whipped our asses. And a bunch of men, soldiers over there, did really heinous shit in the meantime.
Yeah.
Bad era.
It was bad. It was... Listen, where was Jesus?
Where was Jesus?
Writing that Bible still.
I saw this thing today. It was about that guy that got convicted from that whatever, the Mormon guy.
Oh, okay.
From that documentary that we watched.
Okay, yes.
He was convicted of all of those counts and whatever, but he was talking about the moment, because he's like, I never wanted to endanger people. Like, I didn't hurt those girls ever, right? And they were talking about the conditions in that trailer where all those fingers were sticking out and all of it, and the heat and the makeshift toilet and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I also, asked God for protection every time I jumped in the cab of that truck. And I was like, actually glad he said that in a court of law, because I'm like, with all of this religious liberty, bank on it.
Well, it's like, oh.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't wish that on people, and he did a lot of harm to people. But it's like, if we're going to start treating that like serious shit that you can have serious rights on for no like link to how those beliefs interact with reality, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get people who put a lot of people's lives in danger because they just trust in God.
Terrorists. I mean, no joke.
I don't think
they believe it's the other end of the spectrum.
Absolutely.
And I'm meaning homegrown terrorists.
Yes.
I mean, like people who
are willing to storm the Capitol.
Yes. It's this exact same, I believe in this thing that doesn't exist that I know is right.
Right.
Where you can't just come together and be like, human to human, what can we collectively do to make our lives better?
No. And those things, those solutions are actually there. And like, but it just gets,
I just want to know, what is, like, to a very, very, very wealthy person, what is it that you want?
Quickly.
Yeah.
They don't know, girl. It changes every day.
And it's just like, you know what I want?
Yeah.
I'd like a coffee every morning.
Yeah.
Maybe some new shoes.
Right.
A house. All the American dream.
A little better standard. Yeah. It's just like the people in charge of making the American dream happen.
Well, it was all a lie.
Right.
It was.
How are you still believing in it?
I talk to my therapist about this all the time.
And not me, you specifically, but us generally.
No, the idea that we were force-fed this go to school in order to get a better job narrative, when in reality, so many kids were taking out these loans to fund these dying institutions in order to make them big again.
And now the average person who has a college degree, I think, is paying $600 a month. I mean, all of that is frozen and stuff like since the pandemic and progressively coming undone. But like,
July 1st.
That's the average. That's the average. And we're talking about people with like 50 to 100,000 or more K.
Yeah.
100,000 K in debt.
Yeah.
You're not going to pay that off unless you have an amazing, crazy, high-paying job.
Right.
I watched a woman who was talking about, like, she's been out of college maybe 10 years or something like that. And she was like, I've made, the base payments on all of these for this year. Mm-hmm. Because of interest, she literally owes more than she did from when she started. And she paid like $25,000 into it at this point.
It's a joke.
And like this thing where it's like, oh, inflation, like we're not going to like make it your wage go down if prices drop or whatever. I had somebody in my work tell me that, by the way, in compensation. And I was just like, you're operating under this idea that everybody who's starting a job here, especially college graduates, are starting like blank slate.
Right.
Or with like money from their parents, more likely.
Right.
And that is just not the case.
Well, people also don't like it easy for people if they didn't have it easy.
That's going to be one of the hardest things, I think, for humans in general to undo if we're ever going to cooperate.
It's when the 60s and older die off, I think we'll finally get there.
We'll get a taste of it. I just think that it's a lot of, I think all of us have that in us a little bit, where it's like,
jealousy.
I went through this.
Yes.
I don't want you to get it easier than me.
Yes.
Or like there are certain things that do just require work and effort. We have to understand that.
Yes.
But like pulling the ladder up behind you or like straight up abusing people because that's the system you knew, like that shit we can really step back.
Right. What is it? Who is it serving?
It's not.
Well, it's selfish.
We're not
It's
making like better characters. We're not like, we know that it's just abuse at this point. And like some people take that and spin it into gold because they're like, all they know is how to react to being told no. And so that's their primary motivation. But I think it kills a lot of people's motivation as well. And they're like, well, you know what? They're right. I'm kind of a shit. And they don't try as hard. It's that trial by fire shit I hate.
It is not gentle parenting.
No. Sometimes I do think I'm a wimp, but I do just hate having to constantly have that battle in my head. Where I'm like, am I just not trying hard enough?
That's bullshit. That's capitalism.
I know.
That's capitalism. America did grace us with some American nerd.
Let's try them. Berry Punch Breakaway.
Do you have a favorite nerd?
Gummy clusters?
Yeah.
I do like the ones that Scott likes, the cherry lemonade. Those were really special too. But I also love cherry so much.
I loved the Easter ones. I thought they were
Those were very good
so
too. Pastel-y.
Sour. Razzleberry.
Strawberry. It's much more strawberry, don't you think?
That's what it is. But it's the sour strawberry.
Mm-hmm. It also gives me like much more classic nerd flavors than the others do.
Yes.
I know we probably wrapped them at least 100 times at this point, but nerd gummy clusters are so good, you guys. Y'all, not you guys. You know, Devil Wears Prada 2 made that joke a bunch. I didn't realize it until I rewatched it.
I would like to rewatch it.
BJ Novak's character keeps doing it. It's like the son of the franchise owner, the magazine owner. You remember when the dad dies and the business son takes over and he invites her down to that weird meeting?
Devil Wears Prada
2.
There's a meeting. Listen, no, I don't remember that.
Okay.
But BJ Novak.
You said his name right, too. I only said it once.
That was crazy.
You have a selective, like, when you really lock in, yeah.
It's like fucking aliens.
It is.
Yeah.
Face huggers.
Y'all.
Y'all.
it would be amiss for me not to talk about the most talked about book right now.
Oh, Yesteryear.
Yesteryear.
Did I jump in too soon? Sorry.
No, that's it. Have you read it?
No, we've talked about it.
Girls, do yourself a favor. Read it. I think y'all will get something out of it. That's all I'm going to say.
Thanks for the 30-second.
Very help. She's very, very. She's a hard person to like.
Oh.
It took me about 100 pages to be like, it's just the way it is.
Do you have to like a character to keep going?
No, because I usually read a lot of books about really awful people.
Yeah.
So,
but you gotta find some way to lock in. Where you're like, what are they learning or something?
Right, and it took me. It's not until the very end that I started to feel bad for her, and I was like, this is it. This is what.
But like when it's too late or something.
Right. This is what books can do that so much other shit can't.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you have hated this woman for 400 pages, and in the last 30 pages, you're like, oh, I just.
It's too late.
Compassion.
Empathy.
Need more of it in the world.
We really do.
It's a very interesting book.
Okay.
I'll have to read it. I ate through it.
These are good.
It's a great book to win Book of the Year for America's 250th.
I bet it's about to.
I really think...
The way everybody talks about it and the reviews that I've read and stuff like that, like, it's huge.
Do you know what it's about? You know what it's about?
Vaguely.
It's about a woman
yeah.
who is an influencer, a trad wife influencer.
I didn't know this bit.
She is a trad wife influencer on TikTok. Well, I think really Instagram. But anyways, she and her husband make a farm, do the whole thing. And suddenly she wakes up in the year 1855,
Right.
and she's living the life she has pretended to love
Right.
this entire time.
Right.
And that to me is like so superficial about what like the book is about. But that's literally the blurb.
That's
on
a
the
great
thing.
blurb, though.
But that's
all you. That's all I
the
need
copy.
beforehand. Basically,
That's the copy.
Yeah.
But it's like there's so much.
Yeah.
It's like
It's good.
So America didn't flop on that one.
Listen, oh my God, let's talk about, for like the last maybe 5 minutes,
Okay.
some highlights of America that we know about.
Okay.
Jazz, musical theater,
Although
some
England
literature.
is really beating us on the musical theater front right now.
Well, right now, but like we made that shit.
Mhm.
Like there's only, to me, there's like, I only know of like one truly United Statesian art form,
the musical
and I think
theater
it's musical theater. Also, we need to start calling ourselves United Statesians
instead of what?
instead of Americans, because we do not represent the Americas.
I hate that.
I know. And so, like, we also need to be taken down, and United Statesians is silly, and it takes forever to say.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to start saying.
They could call us stations.
Stations.
I mean,
But it's a little
eventually.
too close to Haitians.
Oh.
And we are not nice to them.
Sometimes I think about how tornadoes are so prevalent here in the United States and very little elsewhere in the world. The land is cursed.
It's a little cursed. Special geography and all that.
No place should have all of the biodomes in one place.
It's kind of wild.
like,
Is there
even
another
na-
country?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But like, the United States thinks it's special in that regard, and it's like
It is
wild.
big. We do need to talk about the size and how, like, spread out everything is. Because, like, Australia's big, but they're really sticking around to those coasts primarily.
It's hot.
Hot.
Snakes.
And they also,
tarantulas.
I don't know how they designated it and how much, like, Aboriginal land still belongs to them or how much is just truly, like, nature preserved.
They got the rock.
But it's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot that's still out there. We've got a lot of land.
just because it's inhabitable.
Uninhabitable.
Uninhabitable.
Well, for a lot of people, but not for everybody.
Correct.
Right. So
Pangea.
it is the kind of problem where it's like, France looks at us and they're like, why don't you just fuck shit up and get your way? And it's
Organizing
kind of like,
even a city is crazy.
It's tricky. Yeah, it's tricky. But there are strategies.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, this is so old speak for getting involved locally is truly, really
Where it's at.
where it's at. Because
Agreed.
you're not going to make a difference globally, nationally, if you're not making a difference where you are currently. Because, I mean, even Donald Trump is giving states the rights back to the states in order to, and then that's us.
That's us.
So, like, that's important.
It is.
Just be aware of your politics in your state, even just generally.
Yeah, and in your city, I think it's true, because then you can also really see that direct line to how decisions made in government affect you.
Correct.
And I think that that's a lot of rural people, a lot of white people's miss in this country, especially from a national to like local level. They don't see that connection.
Correct.
They don't see how that, one president over another really affects them any day to day.
Right.
And when you see how it affects local government and local government affects you, then you connect the
Then you
dots.
understand.
Yeah. So, have a good 4th or whatever.
Did we say any good things about America?
We started to.
And then
Musical
we trailed
theater,
off.
jazz.
That was it. Jazz
Yeah.
and musical theater.
Yeah. Some books, some really good books. Some really great music. I mean, let's be honest. And I mean, movies. We kind of have the Hollywood thing going for us.
And it's so perfect because Hollywood, in and of itself, is such fakery.
It's an
bullshit.
idea, yeah.
It's an idea.
Not a place.
That I'm like, the last place in America that you can have the American dream is fake Hollywood.
Fakery, yeah.
Fakery.
Absolutely. Always has been. Let's be real.
You got that June gloom right now, though, so.
We are.
Van Nuys. Wait, coming for ya.
Me.
Van Nuys?
Then ice. That's all I know about the city. The whole city's underwater. Good.
I'm writing 911 Twister fanfiction.
I love this because they can't hear you whispering any louder. That's
Have a
great.
good 4th. Eat a hot dog.
Eat a hot dog.
Eat 2 hot dogs.
Sure.
And,
Yeah.
Go fuck your mother.
Incest. Very American.
Incest. Well, that's very just white person.
It's true.
No God.